What enlightening the eyes? The command of the...
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. It will be reread to Middleburg without interruption for 10 points. Question. Psalms chapter 19 verse 8 speaks of enlightening what?
Red 3.
Enlightening the eyes?
That is correct. Question number 2 is worth 10 points. Question. Mark chapter 16 verse 17 says, shall they cast...
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Out home? Devils?
That is correct. Question number 3 is a quotation question for 10 points. Question. Quote Ephesians chapter 4 verse 6.
Yellow 3.
One God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all.
That is correct. Question number 4 is worth 10 points. Question. Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 26 states, out of what?
Red 3.
Out of your flesh?
Okay, we have an unauthorized response by yellow 3. Red 3 was called, so it'll be a 5-point foul. I'll reread it to red 3 and you will have 30 seconds to answer. It's worth 10 points. Question. Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 26 states, out of what? Red 3.
Out of your flesh?
That is correct. Question number 5 is worth 10 points. Question. Matthew chapter 1 verse 23 says, they shall call his name...
Red 1.
Interruption.
What? Emmanuel?
That is correct. Question number 6 is worth 10 points. Question. Exodus chapter 24 verse 12 refers...
Red 2.
Interruption.
And I will give these tables of stone and the law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them.
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. It will be reread to Pompey without interruption for 10 points. Question. Exodus chapter 24 verse 12 refers to what of stone?
Yellow 2.
Tables of stone?
That is correct. Question number 7 is worth 20 points. Question. Milk is mentioned in one verse of study. Locate this.
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Verse?
Okay, we have an unauthorized response by red 1. Yellow 1 was called. I'm going to reread it to the point of interruption. We'll have 30 seconds to answer. It's worth 20 points. Question. Milk is mentioned in one verse of study. Locate this yellow 1 interruption.
Verse? 1 Peter 2 verse 2?
That is correct. And that's just going to be 5 points. Question number 8 is a quotation completion question for 20 points. Question.
Red 3.
Interruption.
Okay, so that will be considered an interrupted question. Incorrect. That's going to be an incorrect response by red 3. going to reread the question to Pompey without interruption. It's a quotation completion question for 20 points. Question. And suddenly there came a sound.
Yellow, 1.
And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
That is correct.
Substitution timeout, please. You go for Ruby.
We're ready for question number 9. It's a 2-part question for 20 points. Question. Luke chapter 24 verse 49 records, Tarry ye where and
Yellow, 1.
Interruption.
Until ye be endured where? Tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until ye be endued with power.
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. It will be read to Middleburg without interruption. It's a 2-part question for 20 points. Question. Luke chapter 24 verse 49 records, Tarry ye where until ye be endued with power from where?
Red, 3.
Tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem, and you will be endued with power from on high.
Time out, Middleburg, 60 seconds. Time is in. Question number 10 is a quotation question for 20 points. Question. Quote verse 10 of Romans chapter.
Yellow, 1.
Interruption.
Chapter 9. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. It will be read to Middleburg without interruption. It's a quotation question for 20 points. Question. Quote verse 10 of Romans chapter 10.
Red, 1.
For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation.
That is correct. Question number 11 is a 2-part question for 20 points. Question. John chapter 3 verse 14 records, as who lifted.
Yellow, 1.
Interruption.
Lifted up what? And as Moses lifted up the serpent.
That is correct. Question number 12 is worth 20 points. Question. According to Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6, he is a
Yellow, 1.
Interruption.
A rewarder of who? Is a rewarder of them? That diligently seek him?
That is correct.
Timeout, please.
Time out, Middleburg, 60 seconds. just start over. Time is in. Question number 13 is a 3-part question for 30 points. Question: what does Acts chapter 17 verse 30 say God winked at, but now commanded who to?
Yellow, 3.
Interruption.
Everywhere to do what? The times of this ignorance God winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent.